Good morning. It is Monday, April 1st. Actually, it's a little bit more in the afternoon. It's like 11. I have been working on an area for a sheep all morning, and I'm really tired. I'm taking a little break. Basically, there's like some old like irrigation tubing and like a huge sheet of plastic something that was just embedded in the ground. So I've pulled up most of that, and it's kind of exhausting because there's like layers of dirt and grass that had grown over it. But we're clearing an area in the event that we get 2 sheep from someone. Basically, a woman with dementia had placed her animals in a trust, I think, on so her animals have been cared for in that, but the money ran out, so we might be taking sheep from that and they would become our pets. So we also have a vet tech friend who has sheared sheep before, and she said she would help us shear them when they're ready if we do get them. So anyways, I don't know for sure that we're getting them. Like, we're 100% willing to take them, but I don't know if the people will change their mind or something, or they'll find someone else that maybe they'll think is better. I don't know. But we've been preparing an area. We're going to build them a sheep pen, which is a lot of work. They're supposed to see a vet tomorrow to check their health. There are 3 sheep, but one of them has been limping and is older, so they might opt to euthanize that one just because they wouldn't want to like dump a like sickly sheep on us that we would have to end up paying for. So they're getting a vet check before we would take them tomorrow. And I guess after that, we'll find out if they're gonna give them to us. Anyways, I might get sheep. And I finished my brown sweater, so I can show that to you. Alright, if you hear meowing, that's my foster kittens. But yesterday, which was Easter actually, I finished the bottom. I do need to block it. I think it'll drape a lot better once I block it and kind of stretch it a little bit, but I finished my brown sweater and I think it's going to be super cute. I haven't even put it on yet. I'm pretty sure it'll fit. Anyways, and after I cast off the bottom, I didn't weave in my ends yet. There's still ends to weave in, but after I finished that brown sweater, I right away started a colorwork sweater, and this is where I am right now. Look how pretty this is. Okay, so I'm knitting the Agnes sweater by Camille something. I'll put it on the screen, but I thought it looked like such a nice, intricate looking colorwork, but also simple because it's just like, it's not too crazy. Like, I think I decided to do the neck in blue, and then I switched to a black so that the color work is outlined in a dark color, and then I did white, and then I switched back to the blue for another color work part. So I think only once in this pattern for a row I had 3 rows of color work that I was knitting, but it wasn't for very long. It was just for 1 row, and then it went back to just 2 colors. So for the most part, it seems like you're just knitting with 2 colors at a time for the colorwork part, but it's so pretty. I'm so excited. And this has been, surprisingly, a lot easier to do than I thought it was going to be. It's so repetitive that it's kind of easy to just repeat throughout the round that you're working on. And it isn't too complicated, but it looks absolutely gorgeous, and I'm excited to see how this sweater turns out. So this yarn is the Wool of the Andes in black, worsted weight. This is Pattern Croy. No, not Pattern Croy. Pattern Classic wool, as well as this one. So I'm using 100% wool yarn in this. In the worsted weight yarn, I believe this pattern called for fingering weight yarn, but I used larger needles, and I'm using worsted weight yarn just because that's what I had and is what I wanted to use. And if it comes out a little baggy or loose, like, I like that, so I don't mind if it turns out kind of big. All right, I think I'm going to go drink some water, and then I'm going to get back to working outside, because if we do get those sheep like this week or something, like we have to get on the sheep pen really quick. It's Monday and they're getting checked tomorrow, and I don't know if they'll want us to take them right after the vet check or what. I don't even know. I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna get back to work. Look who's being a love bug. The little calico. Like, she's been hiding in the carrier ever since we got her, but I just went to give her another can of wet food and she started purring, and oh boy, is she happy. I think she realized that she isn't going to be starving anymore. This is like their 5th can of wet food today. I think mostly the calico's been eating it. Are you eating, little love? We gotta make sure you're eating too. You doing all right? Oh, baby. I'm glad you're feeling better. What a good girl. Good morning. It is Tuesday, April 2nd, and I'm going to show you my finished sweater. So this isn't blocked. I think it'll loosen up a little bit. It feels a little kind of stiff, but I think once I block it, it'll kind of loosen up just a bit and be a little bit more comfortable. This is super cute. Okay, I also didn't mention it, but I actually did do some decreases to make some waist shaping when I went like below the bust area. And then I also added a couple more stitches so that it would come back out and be like more figure shaping to my body. So that's one thing I did make as an alteration to this pattern, in addition to adding the cable on the sleeves. So I used the apple of my eyelet sweater pattern for like the basic sweater, and that pattern is by Thorson Knits, but I made a couple changes. It doesn't come with the cables on the arms. I added that, and then I did do just a little bit of shaping for the sweater. Okay, I am going to work on blocking this today. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get one of my little plastic tote things, use some wool wash, and then I'm gonna set up one of those plastic fold out tables, and I think I'm gonna like lay it on a towel outside to hopefully dry quicker, but that's my plan. I've got the sweater spread out on the towel. I'm hoping this dries today. So that's why I'm doing this outside, because I think it has a higher chance of drying all the way. Plus, my indoor cats would probably be all over it. So I'm gonna dump this water. Look at the color. It actually turned a little brownish. So this will be a sweater that I wash by hand. but I'm gonna just keep it laid out for the rest of the day, and then we'll have to check the fit after this is done. Alright, so it is later on April 2nd. I think it's about 1 p.m. now, and my sweater is basically dry. So the sleeves definitely got just a tad bit longer, which is great. I like long sleeves. This is what my cable looks like. And it feels like it lengthened a little bit. Okay, the only con of this sweater is I wish I made the neckline a little bit shorter, like maybe to here. It comes up a little high for me. Well, maybe I can just stretch it, kind of. Okay, that's much better. If I pull it down, it's much better. I don't like necklines that are up higher on my neck, but this is okay. Okay. Okay, so I think it turned out super cute. I think I would definitely make this sweater again. I think if I do make it again though, I might just make the neckline a little bit shorter because it's already riding up again. I like this neckline, but if I move around, it's gonna ride back up. So I think that's the only con of this sweater. I would make this pattern again, just neckline shorter. And I think that's the only thing I would change about this. Alright, so I finished the sweater. I also blocked it today. And I started a new colorwork sweater. So I'll probably make updates on that later in another video. I think I'm going to end this video for now. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you have a good day. Okay, bye.